Hey, this is John with Tinker Labs. Let's go over the templates inside Whacky Wheels. So Whacky Wheels lets you build 5 vehicles with the templates included inside the box. Let's pull them on and take a look. The templates are, I would say, in easy, medium, and tricky levels. So Parade Float, I would call easy because you have nice straight cuts. So when you tape it together, it's not too hard. Space Rover, again, I would say easy. Nice straight cuts and using some tape. Deep Sea Explorer, I would say a little bit trickier. I would probably call it medium. There's still some pretty easy cuts. And yeah, I think shouldn't have any problem with this one. Monster Truck, I call tricky. Tricky because there are a lot of little cuts and a lot of little bends. So if you think you want to build the monster truck, but you don't want to go the tricky method, there's a medium to easy method I sometimes use, and I'll walk you through that. And then design your own, I would call medium to easy. Nice straight cuts and some other areas where you can add your own vehicle. Maybe you're going to make an Amazon delivery vehicle, or maybe a truck repair, or maybe a gas or a emergency vehicle, something cool. So when you're working with your templates, one of the critical pieces to remember is when you build your vehicle, you're going to have hinged areas on it. And the hinge areas help you open and close the vehicle. So this is a Deep Sea Explorer, so you can see it actually has a hinge on it. Where's the hinge? The hinge is actually on all the different templates. You'll see a line of dots. Okay? And those dots are actually meant to go on top of the Legos, and then you lock another Lego on top. Easiest way to work with it is just get your hand punch, and we're going to punch out those holes for that. Right? 2 or 4 depends on the model or the actual vehicle you're building. So I put those 4 holes in my hinge, and then they're going to line up with your Lego piece. I would take my 1x4 Lego brick with holes for all your Lego tech geeks. That's their nomenclature. Okay. Once I put it on the hinge, now it can open and close. So once I build my vehicle, I can turn it on, and then I'm going to close it. Now each vehicle has different ways of closing. This one has a little Lego stud that sticks out, so you can it comes to a stop. And that allows it to have a nice perfect height so it can roll across whatever surface. This one obviously is at the bottom of the sea. So let's turn that off. If for some reason your vehicle was going the way you don't want it to go, because this is a simple geared system, we would flip the motor around, have the gear on this side, switch them on the other side. Or this one I could just move everything back the other way, just flip the cover. There's a lot of different ways to do it. And the cool part is you can experiment with how the wires are run. Maybe you want the motor over here, the motor here and the battery up here. Then you want to use 2 wires to connect it. So there's a lot of tricks of the trade, but the fun part is you get to experiment, and a little bit of troubleshooting, you can really make it however you want it. So let's talk about the other covers. This is one we just made for the one where we're just going to use simple tape, right? I just used some double-sided tape to do this one because if you remember from the template, those were pieces that were just cut out, so I just taped them together in the inside. Maybe I want to use glue. It's really up to you how fast or how permanent you want to make it. Another good trick is when you're actually, before you start cutting yours out, you can actually make copies of them. So make a photocopy of it. If you have just black and white, that's good. If you have color, even better. We'll also make the templates available online so you can download more. And as the community adds their own builds to the our website, you can actually download those as well. This is something I just downloaded off the internet, and I think I changed the scale just a little bit so it would be the size I wanted to. And so now I just made a little simple hinge for this one, and it's I guess it's a shell service truck. I think it's kind of like race orientated for like a chase truck. So I thought it was kind of cool. And then I decided when I was talking earlier about maybe I don't want to do the super tricky cuts in my monster truck to make like the little bumper in the front and the bumper in the back. Maybe I just want to do the medium to easy method and cut some nice straight lines. And so I got rid of the bumper in the front, the bumper in the back, because I didn't want to for this particular build. And I tweaked this one a little bit because I wanted it 4-wheel drive instead of 2-wheel drive, and that's something you could do with really just 2 extra gears. So I have a nice cool little hood on the front, so I have a hood ornament, and underneath the hood ornament is a couple holes I punched with my hand punch. And then underneath I added a couple of different gears, and now I have a 4-wheel drive vehicle. But oh, guess what? There's something extra. So I decided to have it so I could turn it on and off without actually opening and closing it. So I added a secret little hole here in the front, so I can, or just a cutout, so I can turn it on and off from the front. Now I have my awesome 4-wheel drive vehicle, and I can actually, well, okay, turn that off for a second. So that's where you can have some fun. When you're cutting out your templates, I mean, obviously simple scissors will work great. If you want to get some more some areas on the tricky parts where you want to have some curves or it's really delicate, ask your mom or dad to get some. These are little curved manicure scissors. I have a little curve there. I also like go to Michael's or other craft store, and I get sometimes I like these because they're easier on your hands when you're doing a lot of cutting, and it has little intricate. So for the little intricate areas, it's really easy to cut those out, and it's easier on small hands. But make sure your parents, because it is kind of pointy sharp at the end. So that's really it for how you're gonna take your templates and bling them out. Obviously, we do more than that. Sometimes we take our vehicles and maybe I want to put a searchlight on the back of my truck, so I would get my LED circuit cube and put a hole in the back, and I put a searchlight on the top so it can look out and shine. So really, it's up to your imagination and what your vehicle wants to become. And we just wanted to help you out, get some ideas. And if you need more help, go to the website. We'll have tons of troubleshooting steps for you. And then please share your ideas once we get our repository up for the community submittals. So thanks so much, and take care.